Ladies and gentlemen, aside from the fact that the update came down with a burning hellfire in terms of wipes and removing people's coins, things seem to have pretty much calmed down. My name is Derailious and welcome back to Skyblock News. Let's launch right into it. Starting off here, we have the release of patch 0.15, which has the Skyblock leveling update, balancing, and more. Skyblock leveling was hyped up for a while, I made multiple videos of it, and we're not really going to cover it too much here, but it is now on the main server, and pretty much everything I discussed in my previous video is now here. On top of this, we have the Skyblock levels changes with the tab list and also it being in chat. Basically, if you didn't already know, originally it was going to be in chat and in the tab list, but now it's just going to be in the tab list, and you have a setting to toggle it. Moving on, we have the changes to Fairy Souls and Backpack slots. Now, how it works is that Fairy Souls no longer give you permanent stat boosts, they give you Backpack slots. 2 through 18 will always be locked by default. The more you find, the more Backpack slots you will unlock. That's pretty nice. Some big stuff here regarding the peak of the mountain. There is 2 new tiers, both of them are pretty nice. Tier 6 gives you 2 gemstone powder when mining gemstones, and both of them require gemstone powder to unlock. And Tier 7 gives you an extra token of the mountain, which is pretty nice. And also, the Tier 7 reward for Heart of the Mountain has now been buffed. It now gives you 2 to 3 token of the mountain. So basically, you get an extra token of the mountain for that. It's pretty nice. Top of this, we have Croceus, the Dungeon Treasures guy. This was talked about a little while before. Basically, how it works is, let's just say, for instance, you got a Necron handle, but you don't have the money to buy it. You don't pick up any loot in the dungeon, you just leave, and now it goes to this guy, and you can keep up to 60 runs in the guy, and each run has a 48 hours expiry date, so you have to open your chests before they disappear. Moving on, we have the biggest thing, the Curse of Greed. This one caused a lot of issue originally on release. As you can see on the Emerald Blade, Curse of Greed cancels any effect modifying your coin's loss on death. It was only supposed to be on the Emerald Blade. This did not turn out to be the case though. It happened on literally everything, and they said that they're going to be refunding everyone who lost money from it. They also stay tuned for updates on the situation. Basically, they felt like the Emerald Blade's risk of losing coins on death was being negated by too many effects that were later added to the game. This should bring back that fear factor, which is pretty nice. On top of this, we have all the balancing changes. There's a lot to go over here. I went over some of the Golden Dragon changes before, but now they buffed the strength per 5 magic find from flat 0.5 to 0.5%. The Flying Fish pet has been buffed a little bit from 75 to 80. Fishing speed, that's fine. Zombie pet is now a little bit easier to craft. It doesn't require zombie hearts, just enchanted rotten flesh. And now cat has also only requiring 8 stacks of enchanted rotten flesh as well. Gold War leggings got buffed. This is going to make a few people very happy, but not very many, because let's be honest, who uses Gold War? The Juju shortbow. This is the biggest change I have seen in a long time. The Enderman Slayer requirement goes from level 3 to level 5. Goodbye, Juju Nons. Rest in peace. On top of this, we have the Dark Claymore. It has 2 added combat gemstone slots. Pretty nice. They also added 30 critical damage from 0. Also pretty nice. Livid Dagger got nerfed from 100 attack speed to 50. That's pretty big by itself. The Shadow Fury got buffed by 5 strength. The starred version here, I don't know why they put it like this, but got buffed from 130 to 160. And also the crit damage got changed. It got buffed from 0 to 30 and 0 to 60 on the starred version. The Ragnarok Ax got nerfed twice over. The weapon damage dropped from 250 to 200, and the ability dropped from 2x to 1.5x strength. Pretty hard hit there. On top of this, the Spirit Scepter got a ability mana buff, actually. The change is now it only costs 200 mana to use. I like this. It's pretty nice. Super Cleaver, Hyper Cleaver, Giant Cleaver, all of these things got buffed. I'm not going to go into detail because it's a lot of numbers, but basically all of these got buffed, and also the Power Stones here got changed. Furball, Luxurious Spool, and the Hazmat Enderman all got changes. I would call them all buffs. Sven Slayer now requires a little bit less combat XP to summon. He will summon around 30% faster. I like this change a lot. Bug fixes have been happening, although they said bugs fixes here, it's kind of weird. Heart of the Mountain pickaxe abilities now show the correct call to action depending on the state. That's pretty nice. Ball pets, or the ball pet stats, I can't speak today, now apply properly, and mineral armor works on glowstone. Hallelujah, everyone's excited about this. And they also have the future updates thing that they had last time. Not too much here. Overall, I think a lot of the changes are fairly okay, except for some of the things in the update. The Juju Nerf is obviously going to make a lot of people upset, but I think it's somewhat needed. Juju was a fairly easy item to get for a lot of players. It allowed them to skip a lot of the other progression in the game, jumping through hoops, getting them ahead of the other players in the game, and I felt like it was, a little bit strong from the beginning. On top of this, some of the other nerfs are a little weird. I don't know why they decided to nerf the Livid Dagger. I do, however, like all the cleaver buffs. Those are really, really nice. And on top of that, the Flower of Truth getting moved to its proper location is fine as well. All of these changes are pretty interesting. However, the biggest thing was probably the greed thing with the whole losing all your coins on death. That one needs to be refunded fairly quickly. I'm already hearing reports that some people are getting their money back. Hopefully everyone gets their money back in a timely fashion. Overall though, my name is Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And look to the future, fellas, because I will see you then.